Is there anyone out there that truly likes video game reviews anymore? Well, I do, but that's because I'm a nerd. But seriously, they're pretty useful. They'll tell you whether or not a game is worth your time and money, what's good, what's bad, and the like. It's pretty easy to throw shade on them, and I'd be lying through my teeth if I said there weren't some reviews that deserve the hate, but video game reviews are plenty valuable. At least, to an extent. Look, games are getting more complex. You could say that about media in general, really. And to be honest, there have been times when reviews have seemed empty, inadequate, shallow even. Not all the time, but it can and will happen. Now, I'm not trying to insult the men and women behind those reviews, but there's a lot that needs to be said about even the simplest games besides it looks pretty or too much water. People need to know why a story is good, or how the mechanics take things to the next level. You need to go deeper, and a climate where it's risky business to go below a 7 out of 10 is probably not conducive to that. You know, probably. What's the solution then? Calling a nerd to overthink the pixels out of everything. And by nerd, I mean me. And I'm Voltech. For those unaware, which I assume it's most people up until a couple of seconds ago, I'm what you call a writer. I've had some stuff appear on the internet over the past few years, Destructoid chief among them. The real meat and gravy comes from my blog, CrossUp, where I go in-depth with video games, movies, TV shows, and more. How in-depth? Deep enough to pretty much qualify as a major essay. Or deeper than, I don't know, Challenger Deep. Whichever comes first, and is significantly less lethal. Okay, so you want some more concrete examples? Sure. How about an explanation of why DMC misses the mark on every level, without crying about hair colors? How about an argument as to why Xenoblade Chronicles is about the interplay of science and warfare? How about Splatoon being both a satire of gaming culture and a way to indoctrinate squid kids into the art of war? How about every single thing wrong with Final Fantasy Type 0? And other Final Fantasy games while the hate train's rolling on? Guess what? All of those posts are available for you to read, in their entirety, free of charge, right now. Why? Because people like you deserve to see the very best, or worst, of what video games can offer. And not just video games either. There's a wide world of media and fiction out there, with more of it coming in hot day by day, thanks to the infinite power of the internet. Chances are high that the people who play games or watch TV or read comics are going to be the ones making that stuff in the future. And if they're going to do it right, they need to have their minds open. Far be it from me to act like some kind of prophet or messiah, but I'd like to think that I'm just offering up potential. One possibility out of billions. A chance for people to learn and grow, even if it's thanks to something as seemingly dopey as Street Fighter. Speaking of which, let me put it a different way. I choose to test myself by testing others. But doing what I do takes time and effort. It may only take you speed readers out there a few minutes to blast through my content, but even something as simple as a blog post can eat up big chunks of time, not to mention playing the games in the first place. But I'm not going to whine about the stuff that goes on behind the curtain, because I enjoy getting in deep with fiction. I do it because even if there's only a slight chance that someone else will walk away with something gained, there's a 100% chance that I'll walk away with something gained. Insight, knowledge, expertise, it's all help for my personal dream of becoming a top-tier novelist. Or, if you need something a bit fancier sounding, I want to be a writing hero. So what's all that got to do with Patreon? Well, as much as I would like to say that dreams alone are enough to succeed, they aren't. And they certainly don't help with that piddling thing we call survival. If I'm going to accomplish anything as a creator, an artist, a critic, and everything in between, then I'll need support from readers and viewers like you. So I hope you'll forgive me for trying to scrape up some cash. And, you know, existing. So let's be real here. It's not as if the act of blogging is stressful for the wallet. Grabbing all the games I can could be, but let's set that aside for now. The important thing is this. Barring any major disasters or tragedies, you can expect an average of 2 posts a week from me. Some are shorter than others thanks to updates, housekeeping plans, and straightforward inquiries, but you can look forward to content that runs upward of 3,000 words. Sometimes more. Sometimes much more. And guess what? At a base level, it won't cost you a cent. Those posts are going to keep coming across up week after week, as they have for years. That means you can enjoy top-shelf content from me. New stuff, of course, on top of the hundreds of posts I already have archived. Nifty, huh? And in exchange, becoming a patron for me on my blog means supporting me so I can keep doing what I love, and what you might end up loving given the chance. Toss as much or as little money as you want my way via Patreon. Or, if you're the type that doesn't want to worry about a monthly bill, then that's fine. I have a button embedded in my blog that lets you make a single direct donation via PayPal. So, if you're anxious to see me talk about the latest and greatest new game, then you can send money my way. Or maybe you're the sort that won't toss a penny towards anyone whose body mass is 60% head. I get it. So if you want to opt out, you can. You can just make your way through my content without having to commit. and you can read on, share my content on social media, or just open my stuff in another tab so you can look at other cool junk. And I'd recommend Common Writer. It's amazing when taken out of context. In any case, becoming a patron would mean more than just helping me write blog posts. Setting aside the fact that rewards will be involved, many of which are geared towards helping other would-be writing heroes show off their work, I want to produce more and better content. Branch out, so to speak. Art, 3D modeling, and music are all major possibilities, and I've dabbled in all of them in the past. Obviously, one of the first points on the docket is to release video content instead of just writing. And who knows, maybe if this Patreon campaign really takes off, I'll be able to make my own indie video game. But let's focus on practical short-term goals instead of stuff so far down the road to reach Jupiter first. Obviously, it wouldn't be fair to critique the works of others without putting up my own stuff to allow the same. And as much as I'd like to post a bucket of manuscripts I've got on hand, I've got something on my blog that's a little more sensible. And as much as anything I make can be sensible. Again, you can head over to CrossUp right now and read chapters from my web serial novel, I Hate You. Everyone had a story about a hammy small-town hero out to build a harem, but instead has to harness psychic powers to solve mysteries and wage war against masked evildoers? Then you're in luck, and have oddly specific tastes. And I'll be the first to admit that I Hate You is on hiatus right now, and the chapters are in need of editing to spruce them up a little. But again, you can read that stuff right now, and there's nearly 100 chapters worth of content archived there. I plan to get back to writing for it, but I could get back faster with help from fans. So, supporting me via Patreon would mean giving me a chance to keep the story going, make those edits, and create all sorts of cool side content, on top of the typical game analysis stuff. Plus, I wouldn't be opposed to having people supply their own content. I've had people write guest chapters before, and I'm more than willing to let others do the same. Or, alternatively, maybe you would-be patrons want to insert your own original characters in the story. Assuming they're up to snuff, I wouldn't be opposed to that either. Really, there are only two things I'm opposed to. The first is failing to fulfill my dreams. There are a lot of things I want to do, with Patreon, with CrossUp, with my writing, and with life in general, and I strive to succeed every day. Arguably, I wouldn't be using this platform if I already succeeded, but that's just the thing. I want to be a writing hero, and use whatever skills I have to offer up something truly amazing to a population that deserves it. And that brings me to the second thing I'm opposed to. I don't want things to stay the same forever. Okay, let's be honest. The world's got plenty of problems, none of which can be waved away with good feelings and high hopes. So put things in perspective, going on and on about stuff like video games isn't exactly what I call a top global priority. With that said, it's still important to be able to think critically about the art we consume on a daily basis. What we play, read, watch, listen to, and stare at shapes who we are, what we believe in, and how we see the world. Still now, stuff like Team Fortress 2 or Super Smash Bros. Aren't going to solve world hunger or cure cancer, but art exists for a reason. The more we appreciate it, the more we enrich our lives, and by proxy, make the space around us, however small, a better place. Call me selfish, but I want to be a part of that. I want to do my part to make the world just a little bit brighter. Be just one more hero out of thousands more. So what do you say? Feel like giving me a shot? Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and here's to a brighter tomorrow. I say that, but I just remember that there's a third thing I'm opposed to. The ocean. I'm not a fan of it because I'm of the opinion that man and the sea were never meant to meet. And also, that's where the lion's mane jellyfish lives. Don't Google it, just take my word for it. There, and I just saved you from 1,000 nightmares.